Hattiesburg. I'm your host, Emily Blue, here to bring you the latest stories as well as weather updates and all things Southern Miss sports. And we do have a very special guest today. Joining me will be Abigail Troth, so be sure to stick around and hear what she has to say. The segment today is very jam-packed, so let's jump right in. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Thursday. In USM campus news, the Einstein Brothers Bagels is currently closed on the Hattiesburg campus due to renovations to the lights. The entire campus is set to have light renovations soon, so look forward to that. Erica Kennedy has been named the new Associate Vice President for Research here at the University of Southern Mississippi. She is set to begin work on April 1st. The School of Health Professions at the University of Southern Mississippi will host its annual Public Health Symposium on Wednesday, April 3rd. With presentations targeted to students, faculty, staff, public health practitioners, and the Hattiesburg community at large. The symposium, featuring 3 concurrent sessions, will be held from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Thad Cochran Center on the USM Hattiesburg campus. The event is free and open to the general public. USM's new physician assistant program, announced last summer, is progressing expeditiously with plans to matriculate into the initial cohort in fall 2025. The program is being offered at USM's Gulf Park campus in Long Beach, Mississippi. In Hattiesburg news, drivers traveling south of US Highway 49 or Interstate 59 in Hattiesburg will need to be on the lookout for some new construction work. The Mississippi Department of Transportation crews began repairs on the I-59 overpass that was hit at the end of January for a second time by an oversized vehicle. The MDOT Public Information Officer said the outside lane of I-59 South is now closed so crews can begin repairs. The inside of US 49 South below the bridge is also closed right now. An emergency contract was awarded to the Key Construction of Madison for a little more than $300,000 for the bridge repairs. The MDOT plans to install an advanced warning system for overheight loads in the area. Transportation leaders are also urging drivers with vehicles higher than 13 feet to get a permit to have access to alternate routes to prevent bridge strikes. In Mississippi news, in Harrison County, Mississippi, a Wiggins woman is adding to her number of rescued animals. However, this one is not like the others. The spider lamb is what Natalie Renault has named her new pet 5-legged lamb. Fur Babies Veterinary Hospital is no stranger to saving the lives of animals with abnormalities. Although a 5-legged lamb is the first for a clinic. Lastly, in other news, the next Formula One race will be the Japanese Grand Prix on April 7th at 12 a.m. CST, located at the Suzuka International Racing Course in Suzuka, Japan. The Miami Open Tennis Tournament, presented by Ital, has begun the quarterfinals. Today at 1 p.m., Zurov will face against Marzon. Blizzard's Overwatch has recently done a collab with Porsche. The in-game skins will be out soon. My livestream producer's birthday was in January, so it's only appropriate to honor it now. Happy birthday, Alina. Hope your day is swell. And are any of y'all from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. That's it for the news segment on Southern Miss Today. Next, we will have the latest in Golden Eagle sports and the weather. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Join Southern Miss Radio on Sunday mornings from 6 a.m. till noon for Sunday Brunch. You'll get jazz and swing music from artists as wide-ranging as Bix Beiderbecke to Brad Meldau, from Dippermouth himself to Esperanza Spalding. But relax, you don't need to know anything about the music to enjoy it. It's a great way to wake up on Sunday morning. Sunday Brunch from 6 a.m. until noon on Southern Miss Radio.
Welcome back, everyone. Diving into Eagle sports. As of right now, the USM men's tennis team has started their games at James Madison. Baseball also has a game tonight against Troy at 6 p.m., and softball also has a game at 6 p.m. against Troy. Track and field has a feat tomorrow, and the time is to be announced. Women's tennis has a match tomorrow at 9 a.m. versus Georgia Southern at Georgia Southern. Jada McDougall was named the Sun Belt Track Athlete of the Week. In Southern Miss softball, designated player and pitcher Jonna Lee was named the Sun Belt Player of the Week, which was announced by the league office Tuesday afternoon. For more information on USM sports, visit southernmiss.com. For the weather today, there is a high of 69 and a low of 43. It's nice and sunny with a slight breeze out. Up next, we have the Mississippi Moments brought to you by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. Growing up in Rosedale, Mississippi, Stanley Ferguson's house was surrounded by cotton fields. He remembers watching the airplanes fly overhead and his decision to become a crop duster.
You know, I had been interested as a kid in the crop dusting around our area. Had an opportunity to go to work for one of the local crop dusting services there when I was 16, and I took that. So I started working around the airplanes, and then from then on I was hooked. Got my license in March of 1975. Been flying ever since. Late 75, I went to work in Shelby, Mississippi for Christmas flying service. It's been a good business. One of the things that Mr. Charlie told me then was that it wasn't going to make you rich, but it would be a good living for you if you were good at it. And he's right, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. It's just like anything else. If you pay attention and do a little pre-planning, it's a good business. And it's a business that you just have to want to do. It really it's not something that you can go do because of the financial part of it.
To hear more, visit MississippiMoments.org or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was the Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up after a word from our sponsors, we have the pleasure of hearing from Abigail Troth about the Southern Miss Student Media Program.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277, and the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Now let's please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Abigail Troth. Hey, Abby, so nice to have you joining us here today.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here. It's been a while since I've been on Southern Miss today.
So what is the Southern Miss Student Media Program?
So the Southern Miss Student Media Center is what Dr. Ed Simpson describes as the heart of Southern Miss. So basically it is news for students by students. We are the voice of Southern Miss. So basically we have the Student Prints, which got started in 1927 and has been going strong ever since. We have the Student Prints, we have SMTV, we have, as you all know, WUSM, which is a part of it. We also have a wonderful strategic communication division that handles marketing, advertising, and our social media program and the website.
So is SM2 strict to major?
It is not, actually. Some of our best people actually aren't even in College Hall. They aren't even based in the School of Media and Communication. So you don't have to be from this major, because we found a lot of talented people who might major in computer science or something like that.
So what type of programs are included with the Student Media Center?
We have a lot of different programs. So we have what I'm specifically over is the multimedia journalists, which are a part of the Student Prints. So they publish content that will be published in the Student Prints newspaper. Will go on the website sm2media.com. They'll make packages, VOs, VOSOTs, or things like that for TV, and they'll also make radio wraps to be played on WSM. But we have a lot of other programs too, like SMTV. We have producers, engineers, camera ops. So many people that go into creating that broadcast that people see on YouTube on Wednesday. And of course, in WSM, we have engineers, producers. The same thing, but it's also different. And with strategic communication, social media managers, website managers, marketing team, PR team, special events coordinators, things like that.
So what type of events is SM2 involved with?
Basically, we do a lot of tabling. I know that. Actually, we tabled the other day for Going Gold Day. We just try to get people to understand that we exist on campus. We are here. We have a lot of content for you. We have a lot of wonderful things to offer. We have the Student Prints, and we just want to get our name out there when we go to tabling events, which is like when GOO Week is going on, we usually have a table for the career day, or if they have like a career fair or a student involvement fair, we usually try to get a table set up then, just to let people know that we're here. We might have some positions open, and things like that.
So I know you just said that there are positions. So are there paid positions within SM2?
There are. We do offer paid positions. I'm not sure if we have any open at the moment, but I know that we do offer paid positions.
What type of positions are there for those who are interested on working on campus?
So the one that I'm most involved with, though, is the multimedia journalist. Multimedia journalists, as I said earlier, they make packages via VOSOTs, they write stories, they cover things going on not just on campus, but in Hattiesburg, or if they're interested in something that affects the whole state, or even the nation. I had one of my multimedia journalists, she covered a story on a protest happening downtown about the Palestine and Israel war and the genocide. Mm-hmm. And she covered that story, and I mean, that affects the whole world. Everyone needs to know things like that. So whatever they want to cover, if it's important, I'm all for it. So things like that.
So what type of things are involved with SM2? Like what type of, more in specifics, like what can we see on campus that SM2 does?
So on campus, actually, we're trying to start doing a lot more events. So actually, next week, we'll be having a talent show in Wilbur Stout Hall, which is free to attend, by the way, from 6 to 8 p.m. It'll be in Wilbur Stout Hall, if you're interested. Not to really promote, but I'm promoting. And also, all over campus, you can see those boxes that say Student Prints, or little shelves that say Student Prints on them that will have new editions of the Student Prints come out every week. One actually came out today. We'll be delivering it soon. You can go look out for it. So we try to just let people know that we're here. That's our biggest goal also.
So is SM2 strict to campus?
Yeah, we do try to hire people strictly from campus, usually, for student workers. But we don't just cover things on campus, if that's what you're asking.
Is SM2 like strict to the Hattiesburg campus, or is there another SM2 on the Gulf Park
There is not
campus?
an SM2 on the Gulf Park campus.
Are we looking to do one?
Yes, we are looking to create one because I'd love to expand our coverage to the coast because, I mean, Gulf Park's just as important. They're also part of our USM family. So we actually are currently, I'm working with our director, Dr. Jason Beverly, to kind of work about getting some MMJs down there and start covering more news going on down there.
So I know you mentioned that the newspaper has been around for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So when was SM2 as like a campus organization founded?
SM2 itself is not very old. We've always had a media center, kind of in like a separate way, but the Southern Miss Student Media Center, as we know, is SM2, has not existed for a very long time. I'd say only about a few years, really, as the brand that we know it is today. Like, yes, we had the Student Prints, and most things associated with journalism on campus were just a part of the Student Prints. It was kind of just like our old website used to be called studentprints.com. So now we all have it as one big center.
I remember Joe Paul told me that he used to work for the radio back when he went here. So it was just kind of neat to see that.
It is, yes. This radio has been around, I think, since the 50s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how large is the professor influence considering that it's the Student Media Center?
I am never above asking a professor for help. We have a great professor influence. They don't try to swoop in and say, okay, well, I'm going to do this since you can't do it. They do what their job is, and that is to advise us and to help us if Dr. Beverly says we're tripping.
So it's student-led for students?
It's student-led for students, but we also do have a great professor influence. A lot of professors in the classes we attend have been very helpful. Dr. Lindsay Maxwell has taught a lot of us what we know today about making packages and VOs and VOSOTs and radio wraps. So the professor influence is very positive, definitely.
So what are some things that you have been involved with and currently are involved with in SM2? I know that you mentioned the student prints. I know earlier when we were talking, you said you were part of the radio. So what are some things that you've done with SM2?
So in my freshman year, in October 2021, I went to an open house and I actually showed up late while they're doing tours. I'd never even heard of the Southern Miss Student Media Center. I'd never heard of anything like this before. I was brand new to campus. And my mentor, Charles Arnold, who I miss very much, he was wonderful. He was like our student director for WSM. And I walked into the station right in there. And he said, "Oh, well, you should be our new host for Southern Miss Today." I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." So I got on radio and I did it up until about, I think, 2022. And I did that, but also at the same time, I got involved with the student prints, and I started writing articles. My very first article I ever wrote was an opinion article, because I'm very opinionated, and it was about the Dixie Darlings and their name change, and people did not respond positively to that. They were very, very... People told me I should leave the university, but I was like, oh, no, I'm definitely going to stay now. I have a lot more to say. And then I also started getting involved with broadcasts, making packages and VOs and VOSOTs for SMTV, making radio wraps. I continued to do radio. I even had my own little show for a while called Pod Writer back in my freshman year, where I read some of my own writings and things like that. And now I've worked my way up to editor-in-chief of the student prints, and I'm very, very proud of the work that everyone has achieved around me. My MMJs and the teams that we have here, we could not do it without them, and I firmly believe that. I'm so proud to have grown with SM2 and just seen it get better.
Yeah, it's really, really easy and fun to get involved with SM2.
Yes.
And like any position, if you're interested in it, they're going to teach you how to do it.
Absolutely. Honestly, I learned more in SM2 than I did from a lot of my classes, but it helped me out because when I'd go to my class, I could help others.
It gets you that on-field experience.
Exactly. Like, you're going to learn things that you'll need if you want to pursue a career in journalism.
Communications is definitely a very hands-on major without
Oh,
realizing it.
yes, absolutely.
You learn more with doing it and learning about it.
Absolutely.
And it's super fun to be a part of this.
Oh,
whole
gosh,
thing.
yes. I've had a lot of fun.
So what are your favorite memories from being in Southern Miss Media?
I don't even know where I'd start with that because we do have a lot of fun up here. There's been troubling times, of course, no job's ever perfect, but I'd have to say that definitely some of my favorite memories have been made this year, honestly. Things really changed when Dr. Beverly came in, and the vibe just shifted, being a lot more fun, but also more work-oriented. And it's just been, there's so many memories, genuinely. I've had so much fun covering events and getting to do my own content and get to do research and investigate. I think a lot of the most fun memories I've ever had in my college career have been with SM2. So I don't even know which one I could tell you is my favorite.
So how many students do you think are involved with SM2? I know there's a lot because it's a lot of moving parts. I know the radio itself, we have like 5 of us typically, always, just to produce like one 30-minute show.
I'd probably say about 20 to 30, but I guarantee there's more than that. I guarantee there's more people involved because we also have volunteer positions also, people that do this for course credit. There's so many moving parts that genuinely I'm so glad that it's become as big as it is, but I could not tell you the number.
Are there things that you guys are wanting to add to SM2? I know there's a pretty large Instagram influence and there's a YouTube influence. I don't know if there's like a TikTok influence. Are y'all looking to add?
We're looking to expand to that, but also I'd like to start a magazine.
Oh.
Yes, I'd love to start a magazine. I'm currently working on that right now, trying to get a little trial issue out, hopefully before the end of the semester. But I'd love to add a magazine. I know that TV's kind of working on some more sports, like a sports pilot in some way. And they're also working on doing live shows, possibly. There's a lot of ideas that we have, and I know we have a wonderful support team who will help us with that.
So for those who are wanting to find information on SM2, not in some, like trying to find it on like what all the positions there are or where they are hosted and that sort of stuff, where can somebody find that information?
So you can always reach out to us at sm2news@usm.edu if you have any questions. You could also go to our website at sm2media.com, which has information and email addresses you can get in touch with. You can always get in touch with jason.beverly@usm.edu, or you can just visit our Instagram at sm2.usm and probably just inbox us there and someone will respond to you. We're very active on Instagram.
Yeah, I remember before I even really got involved with even the going to school here, like first week, I got followed by SM2, and they're like, hey y'all, like, hey Emily, like, hey, let's you should learn about us, like, join us.
Absolutely.
And then I ended up joining them without realizing it.
It works, exactly, and I love it.
Yeah, I got that email from Dr. Martin, like, we need a host, and I was like, I got you.
That's God.
So if somebody is wanting to apply for a position at SM2, how do they go about doing that?
You can email Dr. Jason Beverly at jason.beverly@usm.edu. You could always reach out to me, abigail.troth@usm.edu, or you can come visit us in 301, which is the third floor of College Hall. When you get off the elevator, just go to your left, and you can always come to our newsroom. I'm sure someone will be up there. Or you can just email us at sm2news@usm.edu.
And is there, like, a list of positions on the website or on the Instagram page about, like, what positions y'all are either looking for or have?
We're cleaning it up. I'll say it like that. But if you have any questions about positions we offer, we can always just tell you in an email.
So anything else you would like to mention about SM2 that you didn't get to?
Well, I would just love to say, that I'm so proud of this team. I've worked a lot, but my gosh, at the work that they do. I mean, all of our student leaders, Carter, Shania, Jada, they do so much to lead their teams. And their teams, my gosh, like I said, I've seen it grow so much from this little bitty group that would meet on Monday nights and just try to get content out to something that's so much bigger and an actual organization now. And I'm so very proud of this team. And also just follow us, sm2media.com. You can check out, we'll have some new articles posted soon. And go grab a copy of the student prints, which I laid out. And I do that every week. So go recognize my hard work because it's a lot of work. You can go pick one up in any building on campus, outside, inside, wherever.
So yeah, read the student prints,
Yes.
go to the talent show.
Yes, please go to the talent show. I know they've been working very hard to plan that.
Yes, and there's a ton of, like, campus celebrities that are going to be there.
Absolutely. Mad Dog.
Yeah, Mad Dog, guys.
You guys know Mad Dog.
How could you not know Mad Dog?
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining me here
course.
today and giving us an inside look on the SM2 program here at Southern Miss.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Coming up next, we have a news wrap.
Basketball intramurals take storm at the Payne. Many students sign up to play this interesting sport.
It just made me happy because I can do the sport that I love with friends that I love.
By her loving the sport, the worker seems to be engaged with the crowd.
So all the crowd atmosphere is really, it's fun. It livens up the gym. I like it the most when all four courts are getting played on. There's people watching every game. There's fans running from one court to the next court to watch the next game when they hear something loud happening. So it really brings a lot of people from the university to the Payne Center.
Intramurals bring unity to the students. Worker Catherine Price explains more.
Yes, I think every intramural sport that the university provides is very inclusive. We hit every sport within every season, and all around it's a lot of fun.
Basketball is very popular sports right now, but if you are interested to try any more sports and intramurals, go to the Payne Center and go to the desk and get more information. I'm Maya Evans from Hub City, Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Thank you so much for tuning into Southern Miss Today here on Southern Miss Radio. A big thank you to the wonderful crew who keeps this program running. Our audio engineer, Darius McCrimmon, Alina Pitletsky, our live stream producer, Annalie Johnson, our producer, Olare Ade, the executive producer, the program director, Shania Williams, our GM, Dr. Wilbur Martin, and me, your host, Emily Blue. That wraps it up for today. Remember, soar high to the sky, fly eagle fly.